A stroke can change your life in seconds, but one vitamin could save you. Every 40 seconds, someone suffers a stroke, a life-threatening condition that can cause paralysis, memory loss, and even death. And yet, what if I told you that one missing vitamin could be quietly increasing your risk? Seniors in particular are dangerously deficient in this essential nutrient, and most don't even know it. But here's the good news. Getting enough of this vitamin can dramatically lower your risk of stroke, prevent dangerous blood clots, and even keep your arteries young and flexible. In today's video, we're diving deep into this critical stroke-preventing vitamin, how it works in your body, and the best ways to increase your levels naturally. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to take control of your health and circulation before it's too late. And before we begin, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Also, if you love natural health contents, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest health insights. The overlooked vitamin that protects your brain and heart. The vitamin we're talking about today is vitamin K2, a powerhouse nutrient that plays a vital role in keeping your blood vessels clean, flexible, and free from dangerous clots. But here's the problem. Nearly every senior is deficient in vitamin K2. And why does this deficiency matter? Because without enough vitamin K2, calcium, which should be strengthening your bones, ends up in the arteries instead, where it creates deadly blockages. This condition is called vascular calcification, and it's one of the biggest hidden risk factors for strokes and heart attacks. Let's break it down. Strokes happen when blood flow to the brain is blocked, either by a clot or by a narrowed artery. Calcium deposits in arteries make them stiff and rigid, increasing stroke risk. Vitamin K2 directs calcium away from your arteries and into your bones, where it belongs. In other words, vitamin K2 acts like traffic control for calcium, ensuring it doesn't get stuck in the wrong places. How is vitamin K2 helping people prevent strokes? A groundbreaking Rotterdam study followed over 4,800 adults for 10 years. The results were astonishing. Those with higher vitamin K2 intake had a 57% lower risk of dying from heart disease. They also had 52% fewer cases of severe arterial calcification. Their arteries remained more flexible, reducing their risk of stroke. Another study published in Thrombosis and Hemostasis found that vitamin K2 supplementation reduced arterial stiffness by 50% in just 3 years. A huge benefit for stroke prevention. These studies make one thing clear. Getting enough vitamin K2 is one of the most effective, natural ways to protect your brain and heart. Signs you may be deficient in vitamin K2. Since vitamin K2 deficiency doesn't always cause obvious symptoms, many people have no idea they're lacking it. But if you experience any of these signs, it could be your body's way of warning you. 1. Stiff or painful joints, because calcium isn't going where it should. 2. Frequent bruising or slow healing wounds, a sign that your blood vessels aren't as healthy as they should be. 3. Osteoporosis or weak bones. Your bones might be starving for calcium while your arteries are overloaded with it. 4. High blood pressure, because your arteries may be stiffening due to calcification. 5. Plaque buildup in arteries, atherosclerosis. This is often discovered later in life but can be silently progressing for years. If any of these sound familiar, it might be time to boost your vitamin K2 intake. Who is most at risk for vitamin K2 deficiency? Unfortunately, vitamin K2 deficiency is extremely common, especially in older adults. You might be wondering, why are so many people, especially seniors, deficient in vitamin K2? Well, there are a few key reasons. First, dietary changes play a big role. Many older adults tend to avoid foods that are naturally rich in vitamin K2, like fermented foods and organ meats. Maybe it's because they don't find these foods appealing, or they simply aren't part of their regular diet. Either way, this lack of K2-rich foods means the body isn't getting enough of this essential nutrient. Then there's medication use. A lot of seniors take common drugs like statins and blood thinners, and while these medications serve important purposes, they can actually interfere with the body's ability to absorb and use vitamin K2. So even if someone is getting some K2 from their diet, their medication might be reducing its effectiveness. Another big factor is gut health. You see, a portion of our vitamin K2 is produced by the healthy bacteria in our gut. But if someone has poor digestion, gut inflammation, or an imbalance in their microbiome, their body might struggle to produce enough K2 on its own. And considering how common digestive issues become with age, this is a major reason why many older adults are deficient. And, of course, we can't ignore the natural effects of aging. As we get older, our bodies don't absorb and utilize nutrients as efficiently as they once did. So even if someone is eating some K2-rich foods, their body might not be able to make the most of it. All of these factors combined make vitamin K2 deficiency extremely common among seniors. But the good news is, it's something we can fix. So let's talk about how to boost your K2 levels and keep your arteries healthy. The best food sources of vitamin K2. 1. Natto, the most powerful K2 source on the planet. If you want the best natural source of vitamin K2, look no further than natto, a fermented soybean dish from Japan. Just one serving of natto provides over 800% of your daily K2 needs. It's rich in menaquinone 7, MK7, the longest-lasting and most bioavailable form of K2. Studies show that people who eat natto regularly have far lower rates of arterial calcification and strokes. How to eat it? Natto has a strong taste, but it can be mixed with rice, miso soup, or even blended into a smoothie. 2. Grass-fed dairy, a delicious way to boost K2. Certain cheeses and dairy products from grass-fed animals contain high levels of vitamin K2, MK4. Best choices: Gouda, Brie, and cheddar cheese. Grass-fed butter and milk also contain moderate amounts. Studies show that people who consume grass-fed dairy have better heart health and lower stroke risk compared to those who eat conventional dairy. 3. Egg yolks, an easy K2 boost for seniors. Pasture-raised egg yolks contain MK4, an important form of vitamin K2. Eating 6-7 eggs per week has been linked to better cardiovascular health. They're also rich in choline, a brain-boosting nutrient that supports memory and nerve function. 4. Chicken thighs and liver, a nutrient powerhouse. If you eat meat, choosing pasture-raised chicken thighs and liver is a great way to get more vitamin K2. Chicken liver is one of the highest sources of MK4. Organ meats are also packed with iron, B vitamins, and healthy fats that support overall brain health. Should you take a vitamin K2 supplement? If you don't eat enough K2-rich foods, supplementation can be a great option, but not all K2 supplements are equal. Look for MK7 instead of MK4. It stays in the body much longer. Aim for at least 100,200 mcg per day for stroke prevention. Pair it with vitamin D3, as these two vitamins work together to regulate calcium. Some studies suggest that taking vitamin K2 with D3 can cut stroke risk by up to 30%. Most people focus on cholesterol and blood pressure when thinking about stroke prevention, but they completely overlook vitamin K2. By increasing your intake of K2-rich foods like natto, cheese, eggs, and organ meats, you can prevent dangerous arterial calcification, improve blood flow and circulation, lower your risk of stroke and heart attack. And if you don't get enough from food, a high-quality MK7 supplement can help fill the gap. So, what do you think? Are you getting enough vitamin K2 in your diet? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest health tips. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you